How's it going, gamers and members of the DOA community? This is Mr. Darth Phoenix here, bringing you another episode of Dead or Alive 5, The Online Warrior. Today I'm going to take you through some demo matches that I had. I paused right here because I felt like there was a controller issue on the opponent's side. I'm not really sure how to go about that, like say like a tournament or anything else like that. I would always back up because that's how I was treated honor bound, so if there's a different way to go at it, I'm not sure. Someone could tell me or anything else like that. But I just never liked, if the controller gets in the way. I don't want to have to win because of that fact. I would rather back up, let you fix your controller, and then get on like that. But I'm gonna take you guys through some matches here that I got to warm myself up for everything. So fighting against Christy, which is a fun character to play against, fun character to play. Always like playing with or against her. And right here, I'm just going through some little bit of demo stages about stuff. Just trying to feel out online and Kokoro and trying to definitely make everything look really good for you guys on the Online Warrior. But it's a growing stage for me. It's not about you guys watching, me like always win or like anything like that because that's not realistic in my opinion. So definitely there's going to be some times where I'm looking a little bit like less than professional. Other times where I'm going to be really like out there with my skill and everything. But this is a learning curve for me, and it's also a chance for you guys to see how I'm up and coming and how I'm learning and everything else like that. So just taking it slow, trying to get everything up by video by video, fight by fight, and it's going to learn from there. But I got countered for doing some stuff, and now I'm just doing what I can with Kokoro, remembering what I had from DOA 4. Everything still works the same pretty much, and I got counted again. One of the good things and one of the really funny things about DOA is you have to be random. You have to be random, but you have to be smart random because you can't be predictable. Otherwise, you're going to get countered like I just got countered right now. Speaking of that, and it's something that you have to basically learn. Like that right there, I knew he was going to go for the low because Christie players tend to go for the lows or the mids or definitely the highs. So basically, I'm learning better. Definitely learning with that, and that's how I take this match. I definitely want to try and talk about things that I've learned from matches more and more. So I'm going to try and tell you guys something I learned how to counter a little bit more, learn how to be unpredictable, this, that, and the third, and everything else. Definitely later on with other matches or certain matches, it's going to be definitely funner to tell you guys what I've learned. And we're just going to go back into it. More of a circus. Really fun state. I like the tiger. The tiger's fun. And just going like that. I try to counter the low. I didn't get the things in time, but just doing what I have to do. Like my friend told me, when they're defending, you do what you can, but then when they're doing what they can, you have to defend. It's basically a catch-22 or flip of a coin. Defend when they're defending and attack when they're defending, that kind of thing, and stuff like that is what I've learned from him and other people that I know. And I take this just basically learning more on being patient and just learning when to strike and learning when to be unpredictable. I get countered again, but one thing definitely that I also have to work on with Kokoro in this game in general is I favor the mid punch, which is like the easiest counter to do in the entire game. It works sometimes, like see right there, I got countered again. It definitely works better in my favor, but not as my every time resort. Like I need to mix it up with like some kicks and some other stuff. I tried to counter that again, and that didn't work out for me. And that heal is really long because that's how I got the win right there. That's how I got the loss. And I tried to counter a lot, did not get the input right, I guess, or nothing happened. But I'm definitely try to counter less and block more. Basically this game basically has a teacher that you have to see. That's what I say about the tiger. I countered the low, but the tiger basically got in the way, and stuff like that happens. But danger environments alone always work out for you. And I finished the match like this. I definitely learned how to counter lows in battle more versus the wake up low. I learned how to counter a low mid battle, which is good. So that's something I definitely learned. Like I said, I want to try and tell you guys what I've learned from maybe not each match, but different matches in general from what I've learned, so that I can grow and have it written down or have it in my head. So when I play more people, and I can just use what I've learned and become really good and do all that good stuff. But we're having a fight in the dojo against the same player. I pretty much just played against him for a while just to get myself out there with how I'm doing with Kokoro and everything. I'm doing really good here, just doing that. Just try to, play my game with Kokoro, which is basically rush down, and just try to be smart and be patient about it. You can't completely go crazy. And, one of the things that a lot of people ask is how you can get better at this game. And all I can really tell you is that you have to basically play the story mode, and you have to go into training mode and basically do like their command mission and good stuff like that before you can talk about anything else. Because one thing that I definitely learned is, you can't ask somebody how to be good at a game. You have to, playing games, especially at a professional level, is all about experience. It's all about what you've learned. It's all about what you take from all the effort you put into it. You go into training mode, you practice their moves, you go to tournaments and all that good stuff. So everything is all based on personal experience and personal, strive and how you take care of stuff like that. So that's definitely something. One thing I've learned from that match is I've improved on my rush down. That way, me and this person had really good fights. I really like that because that's another way you learn is by fighting people online and fighting people in tournaments at your local tournament or whatever like that. But now we go here where one of the reasons that I talked about unpredictability is because now he's catching me with a lot of hits and he's getting a lot of damage on me, and I'm just not like one thing also that can kill you besides nerves is how anxious you are. And that is definitely a factor also when you're playing a game. Not only would you be nervous or would you be anything like that, but you're anxious because you've been winning or you are winning, and then you get a lot of impatience going because you're like, oh, I'm winning and I got this stuff going on, this, that, all that, and all that. But like I said about patience, what I'm trying to learn is, what you can see in this match, is he's basically doing what I was doing and just rushing me down, and I'm not in the right frame of mind. This match, I dropped that combo, that's not good, and I'm being countered because now he's basically predicting everything I'm doing, and this right here is a really good example of nerves and being anxious, because that's what cost me the match, unfortunately. And it's all about patience, like I've been saying, and it's definitely, nerves get you, yes, they do, but, how anxious you are about what's going on in your head's moving fast, your fingers are moving fast, but they're not working together as one to get you the victory. So one thing I learned is to block. I did not block at all during that match. I was dropping combos, but it happens to everybody, so don't take it to heart. It happens to everyone. Does all that. We're going to see how I do in this next match. It's a small space, so it works out really well for either one of our characters. So we're going to see how that works. I get off a few good hits, pull off this combo a little bit, didn't extend it, but like I said, practice. So, pulled that one off, got that combo, got a good one, got all this, and basically my head's back in the game now, which is good. So I can say that, just didn't block, didn't counter, just wanted to go right in. My momentum was running, I had a really good mindset going, and everything is going well from here. I'm getting good damage, I'm backing up, just waiting, being patient. You try to go for something, so I countered, so I had to throw. So it's like good like that. Like I've said, being patient pays off, and that's something that I definitely want to teach other gamers or DOA gamers that watch this series, or just something that I want to learn personally for myself. Patience is a virtue. We come with the power blow, which was good, and I wasn't expecting that, so that was just something that I was not expecting, and that's how I got hit with it. But that's how I took the match here. Something I learned from this match is patience. Again, backing up, not attacking, just waiting for the right moment to strike. That's definitely something else to learn when playing a game of this magnitude, and learning is definitely your patience. And I'm going to mention that a lot, just to throw everybody out there, because I'm very impatient in games. But we're back at the circus now. We're going to try something new. We're going to see how I do in this match. He does a lot of the high kicks. I don't know how to counter those, so in retrospect to that, also another lesson is, if you don't know how to counter something, it's just better if you just block it, or just duck if it's a high, like he did to me when I did my high double kick, and you just counter like that when you can. You know when to counter. You don't counter randomly because you get punished for it. DOA teaches you to counter when you know what to expect. You just block if you don't. You know, like damn if you do, damn if you don't. Counter if you do, block if you don't. That kind of stuff. He's getting really good damage on me. I didn't want to get graded, so I had to throw a hit out there. But my patience paid off, but didn't pay off enough due to the health advantage for him. So I lost that one. But you know, here we're getting countered because of being predictable. But he keeps trying to do that high kick, and I got hit with a 7-hit combo, which is not good. So had to, you know, step my game up and rush and do what I can. He's doing a really good blocking game. That was really good on his part, if I have to say. The low counter got me the win because I was totally expecting that. But something I learned from this fight that I didn't learn, but what I learned while watching my opponent was the blocking game. I was barraging him with attacks and attacking and attacking and attacking, and all he was doing was just blocking and just, you know, letting me do what I wanted to do, and then came out of nowhere and just hit me. He didn't take the match, but I definitely learned blocking from him. So that's always good, you know. And even fighting games also, your opponents can teach you something that you didn't know. You know, you have to win, you have to lose. Either way, take that as a learning curve. Take the experience from that and just learn from there. I thought he was going to low hit me, so that's why I hit the counter with nothing, so I couldn't get punished for it. And, you know, I'm getting countered a lot more often, so that prompts me to change my game up. And, you know, I tried to counter again, and I got tripped. But trying to counter is something that, you know, it's a mechanic, yes, but it's not something that you have to rely on. The counter button is a blessing, and it's also your worst enemy when you can get punished for the wrong guess. And wrong guesses bring L's, pretty much. But, you know, he's starting to learn now how to counter me, counter certain moves that I do, and I'm just, you know, out there just rushing, do what I can do. Had a lot of chances to counter, but I didn't take them. But I still get the win. What I learned from this game also, and from this match, is that once you rush down, you basically can, once you know what attacks beat other attacks, you're good in that department as long as you don't overdo it, and as long as you don't take it to, oh, they can't beat me because I'm, you know, because I'm hitting them or whatever. They could also know something that beats them. So that's also something else to take from this match. This series is great. I'm so glad I'm finally able to do this. We're back at the circus, so we're gonna see how this works out. I'm definitely learning, like I got the high counter throw. You can definitely predict, see I did it twice in a row, you can definitely predict when somebody is countering. You can choose to barrage them, and, you know, that's what I like. It's a fighting game. There's mix-ups, mind games with your opponent, and all that good stuff. And, like, that just proved it's like you pause, then they try and counter, then you're going to attack again, but you don't, because then you can get the high counter throw and do some really big damage, which is also good on this front because it's also a really big learning curve to throw throws out there once in a while and then you get a counter. And that's also really good for this game. You know, backing up, I was being patient. I got hit with the last hit, unfortunately, but I got the counter, which is good. You know, having her back turned is really bad because then she can open with that throw or that kick. And I'm not sure how this is going to end. I have a really bad health disadvantage, and my predictability with the medium punch during that fight got me the L, unfortunately, but now it's just, you know, I'm learning. Definitely learning more from this series. Can't wait for you guys to see me grow more with this game. And I'm definitely getting barraged right now. So we have to definitely see if we can change up my game in any way. Got all this going down. Like I said, my patience, I was definitely not in the right zone for this fight. And unfortunately, it wasn't something that I would be proud of. But, you know, I blocked the low, and I got the win. Why? Because, like I've been saying, I've got my defense, and I've been learning. So that's basically what I can say about that, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to the second episode of DOA 5 Online Warrior. Here's to many more, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.